Welcome everybody. Welcome to Grafame Tech. We are an IT company that specializes in software solutions, and then we also offer other ICT digital services, as you can see in our website there. So you can all visit our website for more information regarding the type of services that we offer. For more information, maybe on how you can get, let's say how you can get started in the ICT field. So today we are going to look at a POS system which is specializing. Let's say it is a special software that can be used in any type of business, be it a restaurant, be it a bar, be it also maybe a bookshop, hardware, cosmetic shop. All these kind of businesses are supported in the system. As you can see, this is the login screen. Every user will be able to have their own unique account set up, and also they'll be password protected accounts. We have an option of using either the keyboard or the mouse, which in other case maybe the mouse we can call it maybe the let's say, for example, you are in a setup of a restaurant or bar, and maybe you have the touch screen systems there. So with this system, you don't have to worry about adjusting or maybe changing the entire system so that it can fit maybe the touch screen capability. The system itself is touch friendly and can work with any other gadget, be it the POS handheld gadgets. It's fully customizable to that. Now, we have different user rights and roles that can be defined in the system. And then we also have, we can also do the issue of maybe giving them, instead of these icons, we can also do the photos, or maybe the passport photos that have been edited with no background in it. We can do that here. We can also integrate that in. Then this other logo, we can also edit it to fit your business. Let's say, for example, you want us to feature your logo in the business so that when somebody enters and even encounters the machine or the point where the waiters are making their orders from, they'll be able to see that it is branded your own business premise. So this is something that is very, very possible, and we can customize it to fit how you want it to be. All right. So we'll just log in with one account here so that I show you all the features that the system has. So this is the first layout that you'll encounter when you log in. Let's say, for example, you are a waiter or you are a cashier. Let's say in a bar setup or a restaurant setup. Normally, there are some people who prefer classifying their orders maybe using table numbers, and these tables have the specific number of seats that are there. So, for example, this one you'll see maybe table 2 of 1. So that means that this table 2 has 1 seat or has one capability of accepting maybe a specific order. This is something that can be custom. We can say maybe you have 10 seats per table or maybe 5 seats per table. We can also feature that, and then it can be maybe table 2 of maybe 5 or 10, so that we are able to see which table, yes, and which seat. Yeah, so we are able to feature that one in the system. So as you can see, let's say support is the one that maybe, let's say this is the waiter. The moment he or she clicks a blank table, these others are blank tables. So the moment you are placing a new order and you click a blank table, it will activate this feature showing that a certain waiter or a certain cashier or maybe a certain user is currently having a pending bill that has not been sorted there. Let's say, for example, we want to clear this bill. We can clear it. Maybe this one is blank. Sorry about that. Then I'm looking, these ones were opened without products. Because, so let's assume it's totally fresh. We'll select maybe that one, and we select maybe this person wants a martini, and then maybe they want 2 beers of 2 bottles of Guinness, then times 2. Now you see, the more you are selecting them, the more they'll be aligned in this system here. We have an option of tapping them from here, and as you can see, we also have a units here. This one shows that this specific product that maybe you want to deal with, how many bottles or maybe how many units are currently remaining in the system. As you can see, the Tascalaga -74. Whenever you see a negative, this shows that you sold minus inputting stock. But that one doesn't have to give you issues, because at the end of the day, the moment you input the correct figures, let's say maybe the stock came in when the business was a little bit tied up. So you don't have to worry about maybe inputting the stock at that time that it has come in. You can just sell with the negatives, and then once you input the stock, now the original stock that came in, maybe let's say they came in 100 pieces or 100 bottles, it will automatically substitute. It will automatically substitute with the negatives that are currently there. Yeah. So Tascalaga, you can see it's -74. Guinness is -31. And then as you can also see from this window, we also have the option of setting the maximum stocking limit and the minimum stocking limit. Maybe let's say you want to set your reorder levels, you can set that from the same system. So once we have this, when we click this one, this is more of a kitchen printer or a TOK. When you click it, it will print a small receipt that maybe the waiters can go with to the barman, or maybe the kitchen side, or maybe let's say whichever option or whichever module that you're trying to use, just to make sure that sales are streamlined in the business. Maybe you want the waiters, once they place their orders, they print something, or maybe this receipt is printed directly to the barman or maybe the kitchen. We can have the terminals, the printer terminals set maybe in the barman, and then another printer set in the kitchen, so that whenever this person taps or clicks this link, this icon here, it prints automatically to where that barman is, so that you don't have to be like moving around with receipts. You just go there, and then you tell the barman or the cashier or whoever that is responsible or supposed to hand over the product that you've just ordered. You just tell that person the order number or maybe the table number. Since in this case we are using the table number, we'll just issue the table number, but we can as well rename them to order numbers. So we have our products here. How do we sell them? Let's say maybe there are some icons here which will be activated, including one for maybe printing a customer bill. You know, you have to also give a customer bill, something that this person can refer to so that they can pay it. But let's say maybe you are dealing with just a fast thing, maybe a wines and spirits. You don't have to do all these printings. The only thing that you have to do is maybe you have the products here. The next thing that you can, whether you have customer profiles, you can create one. You can add a customer to this ticket, or you can find. When you say create, you see you'll be creating this person, maybe a name, search key. You can also repeat the same name, and then we'll put also the credit limit. If maybe you allow credit in your premises. We also have an option of setting maybe the discounts. If this customer comes to you, what discount automatically applies to him or her? We can set all that from here. Now, we have everything here. We have an option of tagging. As you can see, we can also make the system to be very presentable in a way that every product has a product photo or product image. We have also an option of not using anything. Like in these other ones, you see, they don't have anything here. Yeah. But if you come to beers, I've also done a few samples so that you can see how the photos will just look like. So we can use a very, very, very presentable images, things that maybe, you see, it is also listing maybe the prices that are there. So we can have something that the font is not somehow conflicting with the image that is there currently. So that's not a problem. We can set also the category, product categories. We filter, let's say, by categories. We can set category images. If it's beers, we have these. We want this to present the beers. You get. Though that is something that we can fully do for you. And then let's say now it's time for selling. You have these ones here. These are what you are going to sell. Or maybe you've not been able to find a product that you don't want to go through the hassle of looking for a single product. You also have a search icon here. This search icon, you just type in a specific, just some codes, something that will just represent just some keywords. Let's say, for example, you want to search for, what can you search for? Let's say Johnny Walker. Or let's say red or black. You'll see it will bring or it will load. Once you've typed that one, you just click execute. You can also filter by categories. Or maybe if you have a barcode, you just scan the barcode and it will search automatically and bring the product that has that specific barcode there. So anything that has red in it, let's say you want maybe for cars in red, you select it. And then, okay, you see it has come here. Maybe this person, let's say you are in a wines and spirits and you've given this person a discount. I understand some businesses don't have that provision of giving discounts or maybe some small things. You see, for example, Four Cousin has 2 units. Now this one doesn't have a negative stock. Yeah. But let's say maybe instead of 1,500 shillings, you want to charge this person a total of, let's say you've given a discount of maybe 100. So you just come select, you must ensure that the product that you want to handle is highlighted. Then you come to this pen here. You see we can edit the price, but it will not edit for the entire sale. It will just edit for this specific sale that you are handling at the moment. Whenever you come to select the 4 cousins again, it will still load with the same figure that was initially set, which is 1,500 shillings. So let's go and give this person a discount, and let's say we are giving him or her at maybe 1,400. 1,400. We select it. So it will edit it that way. Let's say you're also dealing with bulk. Sometimes tapping the plus or maybe minus till you are done with it is somehow kind of hectic. So what you can do is still make sure it's highlighted and then come to units. Even if this person needs 20 of them, you can set it there. And it's done in a very easy way. The next thing, you have your product set. You have your product set. So the next thing that we'll do is coming to press the equal sign. You have your total here. If you have set also the taxes will also be calculated here. Now the system, you have an option of setting it to be let's say maybe to be VAT inclusive or exclusive. So if you want to do it maybe 0, then you file your returns in your own other way, or maybe your taxes in your separate platform. If you have an accountant, you can still do that on the same system. All right. So we press the equal sign. So when we press the equal sign, we have the numerous payment methods that are here. We have cash, we have check, we have voucher, we have card, free. Free, we can use it maybe if we are using, or maybe we are dealing with something that is in-house. And then we also have debt. If you have now the customer profile. So remember, we are setting it, we were setting the customers and also allocating a credit limit. So if you select the debt, you see a sale is not assigned to a customer account. It cannot be put on account. Hence, it has deactivated the finalization key. One good thing with the system, let's say, for example, right now, sometimes you normally use bank for M-Pesa, but you can still rename this as well. But let's say, for example, this person has made, this person is being owed 28,960. This person has maybe 8,000 in cash, and the rest maybe he'll pay via bank or maybe via M-Pesa, or maybe via card if you're swapping. We have an option of capturing the multiple payments that are there. Let's say, for example, we give this person maybe, this person has come with cash of maybe 5,000. So you see, it will activate this plus sign here because we've entered an amount that is not full or that is not equal to the amount that is supposed to be paid. So it will be activate this, assuming that maybe this person has paid using a different payment method. So we click the plus. Automatically, it will calculate the amount that is pending there. You see? So we've done cash. Now we can do card. And you see, we can, if you want to finalize this with card, you can finalize it. If maybe you want to finalize it with the bank, we can also finalize it. But let's say maybe we want to pay 15,000 via M-Pesa or via bank, then still there is a balance that is remaining. It will still activate this, and then you click plus. Now you see we are having around 8,960 that is still pending with not captured. So we can select the other payment method as card, and then we finalize that entire sale with like that. Just like that, and it has cleared the table that we had selected. Assuming maybe we are having these and these, but we don't want to do anything. You see, it has just activated the order. Support, table 3, seat 1, or maybe just table 3, number of guests that are there, waiting. How long has this order been active for? Here, how long has this order been active? And then as you can see, these are not the only number of tables that you are limited to, or maybe orders. You can have numerous of them. And then as you can see, we also have, this is the main bar. This is what we call the floors now. The main bar and then the upstairs. So we can still have multiple orders here. And then we can even add upstairs 1 and ground floor, terrace. We can have all these places configured here and numerous orders. This is just reaching to 24, but you can have even up to 500 tables. We are not limited in terms of having these tables. Now, let's clear this one. Let's say the cashier has finally gotten done with this. You see, you also have an option of splitting a receipt. Maybe you want a receipt for Guinness to come separately, and that's receipt for Heineken to come separately. You can split these receipts and have 2 different receipts for that. So we finalize. This person is supposed to pay 560. Let's say he has paid us 1,000 shillings. So we'll just come, this is just cash, and then we select the 1,000. So here we can set also the notes, maybe 1,000 shilling note, 500 shilling note, 100, 200, we can have them set here so that instead of just tapping 1,000 again, we just come and select a note and we are done. So if we have maybe 1,000 that we have inputted, it will automatically calculate the change that is supposed to be issued to this person. So after we've seen the change, all that we have to do is now click maybe, okay, finalize. It will give you a pop-up of how much change you are supposed to give that client. So with this capability, you don't have to worry about maybe losing cash because of miscalculations. You don't have to worry about all that because the system will capture everything starting from the moment you begin your sale to the last step. Another good thing with the system, let's say that one we are done maybe with placing the sales and maybe the orders. You see, we can also do the reservations from the same system. Yeah, we can also change the layouts for this platform, how we view these orders. Now, that one was under sales. You can go to edit sales here. On edit sales, here we can review any receipt, any payment, or any sale that had been done previously. Maybe we want to do a refund. Maybe we want to do some editing. You as an administrator, you have an option of doing that. But like I'm saying, most of these features are limited. You don't have to like give every person that much access. If you want this person to just be accessing the sales menu, it's the sales menu that this person will access. He will not access any other edit sales, maybe customer payments. We'll give that person or that user what he or she is supposed to be accessing at that time. So, like I was saying, let's say we go to edit sales. We review even the last sale that we just done. You see, we can also filter with the ticket number, because the receipt will print with a number there, a reference. You can be searching. Maybe you have a claim regarding a sale that you've done. Maybe this client went and then came back. Once it comes to you or she comes to you, just hands over the receipt and you type the ticket number in the system and then you execute. After you've executed, you can also filter by sales by whoever did that sale, the user. You understand? The customer, you can also filter by that. We can also filter by maybe the refunds that were done. Yeah. So let's say, for example, we want this one. This is just a preview. This is just a preview of how the receipt will look like. So we can have the logo set up here. We can have the logo set up here so that you are even giving your customer something that is visually attractive. Yeah? We have the business details, the phone number, blah, 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 every detail. And then this is now what I was saying, the reference, the receipt number now. This is what you'll enter when searching if you have that specific reference. Then also the date and the time that this sale was done. The terminal, maybe we have the cashier terminal, the waiter terminal, or maybe we have the different terminals, even the kitchen terminal. We can be also viewing them from here, and then also served by who handled that sale, and then also of course the products, the units, and then cash standard, change. If you also want this receipt to capture or maybe print the tax details, maybe this is what you are charged total, exclusive of VAT is supposed to be this, and inclusive of VAT is supposed to be this. We can also configure the same receipt to capture that, to handle the issues of KRA and avoid being on the wrong side. But with this, as I'm saying, this receipt is fully customizable. If you don't need it, we still have an option of not activating it. So here we can edit a sale, we can edit sale, or we can refund a sale. We can refund item or maybe line or maybe all. If you select all, it will refund. It will assume as if you want to refund all. If you select item, it will be selecting. Let me show you. If you select, for example, item, you have to make sure first it's highlighted here. If it's Guinness, it's highlighted, then you select item. You see it will move here. So the system will assume this is what you are going to refund at the moment, and it will do as minus 280 shillings. Now, this is a refund. Yeah? Okay. We have refunded that sale like that. So, when we come maybe to our reports of closing cash, you see, at the end of the day, it will be giving you classification of every cash movement that you're having. Whether if it's bank, you received this much. Cash, you received this much. Refund, you received this much, or you did this much of refund. Card, you did this much. tax exempt. This is now the tax category. It will also classify the taxes that maybe you are having. Higher sales. It will also, another good thing with the system, since I don't have the drawer, the cash drawer, it will not read the number of times that drawer has been opened. Line voids. What was deleted? What was edited? Okay. So in sometimes, maybe in some premises, you'll find that before you even edit a specific product, you have to get authorization. You have to get authorization from the person that, or maybe a supervisor or a superior person, so that you can void a ticket. The system has that capability. So this is normally done, the close cache bit is normally done on a daily basis when you are ending the shift. Let's do it together. First, let's say you want to print a cumulative receipt of everything that has been sold, item by item, line by line. You can click print. Then it will print one receipt, a very long one, depending on the number of sales that you've done for that duration. You see here it's saying the start date. Maybe we are closing cache for this duration since this time started. Do you understand? Now, we printed it. Now, what thing that we can do is, so we can say close cache. Are you sure I want to close cache? Yes. Cache closed. Okay. Now, it will leave this refreshed, ready for the next day. So when the next day when you come, your only work will just be to proceed with sales as usual, because already you had closed your sales or you ended your shift. Even if you have numerous cashiers or waiters, let's say cashiers or barman, or maybe people that are handling the cash or the transactions, they can be ending shifts, so that you'll be in your reports, you'll be seeing on this specific day at this time, blah blah blah, ended the shift with this much cash, this much bank, this much card, this much. So this is something that we can see from the system, because we have to feed the system what we want it to give us. So we have to be closing the cache at the end of every day if we want to use this feature. Now, I've taken you through the sales bit, the edit sales, and also the close cache. Now I'll take you through the customer payment. Let's say you have customers maybe in your profile. You have an option of maybe having them let's say prepaying. They can prepay, or maybe they can pay a debt. Here you'll be seeing the credit limit, the current debt, and also the debt date. Prepay amount. If you want to prepay this person to have cash ready, so that when they come, it's just deducting from the account. We also have that option. So this is where we manage our customer payments, the ones that we have in the system. Now, on payments, here we record whether it's a cash in or a cash out. What is a cash in? Let's say, for example, you give the business 5,000 shillings, and we can give this reason float, right? This is a cash in. This is cash that we are injecting into the business. So once we've set the cash in and the amount and also maybe the reason, we just click plus. Just like that, you'll capture that transaction or maybe that amount. Let's say maybe you have expenses. Maybe you want to spend around 300. This 300 is what? Airtime. Airtime. Let me say maybe you are using the airtime for, or let's say to follow up on orders that are supposed to be made to the clients. This is where we'll be getting, or we'll be capturing all that, so that in our end of day, we are able to see the cash in that came in, or the cash out that was done. So let's just view that one from right now. You see it has already captured cash in, this much, cash out, this much. You see, the cash now that you have after that is this. It even does the automatic deductions for you. All right. That is under payments. Now, this is all that you need to know regarding maybe the sales. You'll come to the administration bit and select customers. This is where we create the customer profiles. We can also view the transactions for these clients. See, we can also add photos and also notes. We can also be generating the customer cards, create key. You see, it will also be generating the cards. The system has a lot of potential, All right. Then we can also be viewing, let's say, reports. If you want a full list of your customers, sales report, which customer bought what on what date, you will be able to get that. Right now, we've not done anything more of a demo, so that's why you will find them blank. But basically, this is the type of reports that you'll be viewing: the sales, the datas, the diary. The diary will show you this client came to you on this specific day, bought these and these. You took it as maybe a debt, went, came back, and then also did, let's say, maybe a debt payment. The diary will capture all that. You can also have the card members, the ones that we can be printing the cards for, so that when they come, we just swipe that card if we are issuing them. You can also configure the vouchers that can be used, things like that. You can also print list of all this. This is now the customer administration bit. I'll take you to the suppliers, same thing. This is where we manage the suppliers, configure everything related to them. And then this is also the reports, the suppliers in the list form, products that every supplier is supplying, the diary, which supplier brought what on what specific day, the sales for per item per supplier. We also have the list export. All these are the type of reports that you are able to get from the same system. Now, here comes the most crucial part, which is stock. Now, how do we have our products categorized? How do we have our product set? Where are we setting also the reorder levels? Where is the stock management bit? This is where now we can be capturing all that then. On categories, this is where we now configure the categories that we are having. You see, this is where now we even upload the photos for those categories. You can even create a category under a category, which is, in other words, is a subcategory. We can also do that here. You can also set them by order. Maybe you want this category to be number 1 in the list, this to be number 2 in the list. You can also set the ordering format for them. All right. That is under categories. Now, if you have now the categories fully set, the next thing is the products. Yeah. All these are sample products that you set in the system. And as you can see, all the products, let's say, have a reference number. And this reference number, let's say you don't have a barcode, or you don't want to deal with a barcode. The reference is automatically pasted to the barcode bit. But when you have a barcode, the first step to do is normally first you scan the barcode so that it can set it here. Let me just open a new format. You can scan the barcode, and let's say the barcode has scanned that number. Then next you can come and say maybe 001, 032. You see it has not pasted anything there because you already have a barcode. But let's say you don't have a barcode, and you come and say like that. It will automatically paste that one to the barcode. So you don't have to be going through a hassle of, I don't know, maybe you must be having a barcode or what, not at all. And this reference is just like when a kid is admitted to school, he's normally given a unique identifier number. So you have to give your products unique identifiers. For example, maybe you do using 001, 002, sometimes you might get lost or confused. So let's say maybe you want to do the Gordons. You want to create a product called, let's say, Guarana. Instead of even the 0015, because maybe you might not be remembering where you left from, the 0015, you can even say, you can even call it, we can say, since the name is Guarana, we can say GR002 or 001, because we are sure there is no GR anywhere in the system. That is how we come up with the references. Then the name, also ensure that all the products that you set have the size of units of measure there, because you don't want to be in a mix-up of, we have maybe products that are 330 ml, we have products that are 500 ml, and all these they can even be products from the same company or the same brand. So when you have not classified your products with the measurements or with the size, then it becomes quite hectic for you. After you set the name, you select the category there. You can also add attributes. Maybe attributes you can say maybe expiry dates. And then we also have the tax categories. And then you can select exempt, or you can set the tax standard. Tax standard, we can also rename it to be maybe, let's say, we can rename it to be VAT. Then you see the sell price inclusive and also sell price exclusive. Now, let me show you the magic here. Now, let's say we have this product, we are selling it at 230, but the buying price is 136. The system is capable of delivering, or let's say, calculating your gross profit or margin there. Let's say maybe instead of 136, we bought it at 130. You see, these figures are changing. You can also configure a specific supplier or select a specific supplier that is handling that. If you don't have a specific supplier, you have a quick create form which you can use. You also have an option of maybe reviewing the stock. If you want to give also the warranties, you see things like that. Service item, properties, yeah, the image, button, how do you want it to look like? That's why what I was telling you, how they look on the table when maybe we are selecting the product. Sometimes you'll find that maybe the wordings and the images are kind of conflicting. So we have an option of customizing the buttons to be exactly what we need and how we need them to look like. So this is where we configure all our products. And then you can also be filtering your products maybe by categories. So you can configure them you can be filtering them by categories. Yeah. You can also be using the search icon. Find where, maybe from the name, any part in the field, case sensitive, let's say Balozi, BAL. Okay, it has searched Balozi. You see. So the system is not limited, like you must scroll to whatever you want. Now, stock, we also have the product location. This is where now we can set the minimum and maximum of reorder levels for any product that we need. We can have that set. Then stock management. This is where now we receive the stock for products. Let's say maybe Balozi, reason they've come, maybe purchase supplier. We have different varieties of reasons. Purchase supplier, sale, return customer, return supplier, adjust add, adjust minus, subtract, breakage. This was a free one. Sample out, used, transfer. We have all those things. And the transfer bit is used maybe when we have multiple locations. Maybe we have the store location and we also have the counter location. or maybe you have different stores, you can also capture that in the same system. So, Balozi, how many are they? How many came? Maybe 10. Already we have times 1 here. So it's just 9 plus, like that, purchase supplier, press the equal sign, and we are done. That is how you add the stock. If you have numerous products, you can also configure them. This one came maybe 100 pieces. This we have 199 plus. This one came maybe 200. 200, that is 199 plus. Guinness, 50, 49 plus. Guarana, 50, 49, 49 plus. Now we have all that. When you highlight a product, you are able to see in location 1, already there is 46. If we add whatever we are having, the actual stock shall be 96. And the actual stock value shall be this. Let's say maybe the supplier has gotten a different discount. You can also do maybe, if it's Heineken, we can say, Heineken, instead of 170, they brought it at 160. Maybe they give you a discount. We can configure that there. But this will only be for that specific purchase that you're making at that time. Any other time, any other thing, not, the next time maybe you come to do the same thing, it will still load with the original price that was there. All right. We can also have the document reference. Maybe if they gave you an invoice, you can also have the reference number there. Yeah. So this is where now we configure our stock. We also have the capability of backdating. We can backdate whatever we are doing even to last year. You see, this is how we move even in terms of years, 2023, 2024. You see, we can backdate in the same system. Yeah. All right. Now, under stock, we've done the stock management. Auxiliaries, this is just more of coming hand in hand with maybe the product bundles. Product bundling, let's say, for example, we have beef. This is where now we configure it. Let's say we have raw meat that comes into the business. And this raw meat comes maybe in terms of 50 kgs. Now, this raw meat, there are some people who will sell it as fries. There are some people who will sell it maybe as choma, and there are also some other people who will sell it as maybe as boil. So, in as much as it's like that, we have to first capture the raw meat, and the raw meat is what will now be will be adding the stock for. So if raw meat came in maybe 550 kgs, this 50 kgs somebody sold choma or boil for half a kg. So this is where we'll be doing the bundling. When we sell the choma for half a kg or maybe boil half a kg, it's supposed to be deducting 0.5 from the original 50 kg on the raw meat that came. When somebody sells a kilo of maybe choma, it should be able to deduct 1 from the 50. So with this, you can capture even things that are not expected. Let's say you want to capture everything that, let's say you want to capture maybe a plate of, maybe you have a breakfast combo. Breakfast combo has 2 eggs, has maybe 2 sausages, 2 slices of bread. All these, they are somewhere that these stocks are coming from. Maybe the raw, kitchen raw. We can have a category for all that. Then we configure all the products that are used as ingredients, or maybe as components to make that breakfast combo. So that when you sell that breakfast combo, it deducts everything that is needed from the products that are involved. That is how we deal with the bundling. Attributes that, like I've told you, this is where we set maybe things that are attached to specific products, be it maybe the expiry date, it by sale date, sell by date, you see. And then units of measure. Of course, right now we are using each. We have also an option of using kgs. We also have an option of using maybe kilometers, depending with whatever type of product you're selling or services. Then, now here is where we'll be viewing all the types of reports. For example, we want to do an inventory report. We come just there and then click Run Report. The system has the capability of giving you all the reports that you might require. For example, this is the inventory. Location 1, categories of beers. This is what we have. The 92, these ones you will see that they are in bluish. And then these ones that are in reddish, they were sold minus stock in them. If you go to the last page, the system will also be accumulating an entire value of what you have currently in stock. And then these pages, there are very many pages here. And then you also have an option of printing this report directly. Let's say you have a N4 printer, and you also have an option of exporting this report so that you can manipulate it later on. But now we'll be using a CSV format, and then we can say maybe the desktop, and we can call it maybe maybe what report of this date. You see, the system gives you full capability of exporting and also reviewing your reports and printing. We also have the thing called stock check sheet. This one just prints more of a stock check. Maybe you have your own team there. You print this report or you run this report, you send it to them and then tell them do a stock count of whatever product is in the business right now. Make sure whatever you are having in this paper is turning with what is there. Whenever you see maybe the notable changes or maybe notable things, you just mark it and then we review it per merger. So this is now the reports of a stock check. No pricing, just the product name and also the units that are there currently. Like I said, the negative is as a result of maybe selling minus stock. We also have the inventory diary. Inventory diary, what happened on specific days? Sales, this is what sales, these are the sales that happened. Purchase supplier, this. Return customer, this. You see, so we have all types of movements. Even if somebody just did an editing or maybe adjusting add or adjusting minus, we can capture all that from the same system. Now, that is under stock. This is where we can also print the barcodes. We can also print the barcodes from the system and then we attach them to the printers or maybe the products that we'll be dealing with. And then that is under, we can also do the catalog images. If we have the catalog images, if we have, for example, the products that were set, you see, for example, this. Any product that we had set a product image will be having the catalog images and then we can print it so that this is what we can be giving the customers. And another good thing with this, this is what you can use as your menu here. This is what you can use as your menu, or maybe you cut them out and then you attach them somewhere. Now, we also have the sales report. This is where we'll be viewing all types of reports, starting from the reports that, the ones that for cash closed, we'll be able to see on this specific day, time, for this duration, this person who is gaming CL, the username or maybe the count, the terminal, and then the terminal ended with this amount, the bank, the cash. You see, it will give you such type of report. So this report, you can also be running it for specific dates. So you are not limited to, I don't know, a specific date, not at all. You can even backdate. So those are the kind of reports that you'll be viewing on sales. You also have the most important report, which is the sales profit. And under sales profit, you'll be viewing maybe product name. buy price, sell price, units that were sold for this specific duration. You see, you can run it for a specific time frame. This one, you can filter it to capture maybe the weekly, the daily, monthly, bi-weekly, or even annual. You can also do this. Yeah. Actual sales and expected sales value. This comes in where maybe, let's say, somewhere you issued a discount. Yeah. For example, expected sales value, the one that you had issued a discount of forecasting. You see that the expected sales was supposed to be 30,000, but because we had issued a discount, the actual sales value came to 28,000. The expected profit was supposed to be this, but it came to this. So these are the kind of reports that you can be getting from the system. And as I told you, you can also be filtering by categories, by products. You see, we can do all that from the same system. So under sales, these are all the types of reports that you can be viewing. We also have the product sales chart. You can view also chart. What is going? What is being sold the most? You see, barcodes. You can be viewing all these kind of reports. You also have the category pie. You see, the system is very, very well presented. I'm sure with this system, you can't go south. Yeah. So that is on the sales. You can also be viewing the taxes, blah, blah, blah. All these things, the payments flow. You see these when you run refund here. Cash in, float, cash out, airtime, total amount, these. You see, this captures any movement for cash. That is under sales, and we are good there. Now, under maintenance, this is where we can configure the resources, but these are now will be on the administrator bit. The roles, you can categorize the user roles. You can also set the users. We set the images like I told you. We can also generate the cards if you want them to be swiping by the cards. The roles, these are all these roles are custom. We can make them, or we can custom make them to fit whatever you want. If you don't want maybe the cashier to be accessing a specific feature, that is fully customizable. We can also set the passwords for that. Then we also have an option of making this visible or maybe invisible. Maybe this person left the premises. We can deactivate that. That is under now the users. If we come now to tax categories, this is where I've told you. You can also have these maybe called, instead of tax standard, you can say the VAT. VAT. You see, you are now good. That's where we can categorize them. We can also set the rates if it's the tax standard or maybe the tax category VAT. So we can say VAT. Then the rate maybe is around 16%. You see, we save. Catering levy, sometimes most premises set it as maybe 3% for the restaurants. So the system will enable you to do all that. Yeah. This is where we can also set the floors. Maybe the main bar, the floors, we can set them, all of them in the same system so that they can capture maybe the tables. Like I told you, we can have numerous of these. You select, we just give it a name if it's under this, and then you select the floor that you want the table to be. Then you also have to highlight it. We have to set maybe the X and Y axis. 850, 150, 90, 45, that positioning we have to get. This is where we will also set maybe the number of seats. Maybe we have per table, we have around 5 or 10 seats. Here is where we can configure that. We can also set our coupons, or is it called coupons, so that we can be assigning to specific customers. People that have maybe the loyalty. Yeah. We can have all that. All right. Then these also are the reports. Sales by user, no sales by user, voids by user. If you run voids by user, this one is, you'll see support, voided all these number of items, you see. So voids should be properly explained in a business. That is under maintenance. Now we have the presence management. Presence management, this is where now we set, let's say if we are giving people breaks on specific times, leaves on specific days, you can also view the reports of daily presences. This is more of an attendance system. But no, it's not more of a biometric attendance, but once a person logs in, you see on the right menu, we have an option of checking in and checking out. We can configure the breaks, the leaves, so that when this person comes, let's say, for example, you see we have the luncheon. Let's just check out first. Let's say this person has come early in the morning. The first thing that this person will do is checking in, right? Then maybe there is a lunch break that this person went for, lunch break. Now, for this person to be allowed back in, you see, he or she has to check in again because they are from the lunch break. You say, check in. This person has ended the day. You check out. Now, it has cleared the system ready for the next day. Ready for the next day. And we also have, this is where we'll be viewing the reports. Reports for all that. I think it does just not refreshed. Yeah, not refreshed, but it will just refresh the time. We also have the performance reports. Let's see, support, start date, cash value, this much. Performance report. Who sold what and how much did he sell? Yeah? Per shift, that is. So that is under the presence management. Under tools, this is where we can be importing our products. We can do all that. This is now the tools. What is now fixing that system to run perfectly? Yeah. We can have our customers imported, products imported. Yeah. Stock quantity update. We can view all that in terms of reports. Now, every person has the capability of changing the password. It will ask for old password, you enter it, new password, blah, 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 things like that. And also the checking in, checking out. The configuration is for configuring the system, which will be activated for normal users. This is just the administrator for maybe the support team. Yeah. So, this is the system that we can give you or we can provide you. This system, as you can see, is very comprehensive. It can fit any type of business. It's not only limited to bars, to restaurants, but it can also fit bookshops. It can also fit massage parlors. It can also fit salons, barber shops. Yeah. It can also capture, or maybe it can also handle how is it called? Canteens, basic small shops, mini-marts, supermarkets. This system is fully comprehensive, and I believe that with this installed in your business, there is no going south. The business will strive, and you'll avoid some very, very many loopholes that might end up affecting your business, because now everything will be monitored in the system. Also, another thing to remember is the system will only give you a report on what you gave it or what you fed in it. So you have to be very consistent in terms of inputting the stock, in terms of inputting maybe the cash flows, so that you can be able to get what you are looking for whenever you need it. So, do you believe this system is the perfect choice for you? I believe it can service you. Why don't we proceed and make the purchase then? Let us have this system installed in your premises so that you forever be referring us to very, very people that will want also to have the same system in their premises. So thanks a lot for your time. Thank you for watching the video to the end. We are really, really grateful. And we are looking forward to doing business with you in terms of delivering or giving you the perfect choice of your system. If also you love to have a custom demo prepared just for you, for your own, or let's say you want to view how it will perform in your business, you can also feel free to reach us. We have the website there. You can fill the contact form there, or maybe you can also do a direct WhatsApp message using the numbers provided there, which is +254 796 386 386. We'll have you attended to shortly, and then we are sure that as long as you've given us business, we'll implement within the shortest time possible. We normally implement the system in different stages. First, we will have the installation stage. After the installation stage, we will custom make the system to fit now what you want. We'll custom make the system to fit what you want now. Now from there we'll move to the test run, and data. Let's say we can just say data entry or stroke test run, or maybe the training. We do the training. We show your entire team how to use the system. We use a dummy database so that they can do all the trials that they'll ever want. From doing that trial, we'll then proceed to the last bit, which is test run, and then we finally hand over the project to you. So until then, we are looking forward to do business with you, and we really wish this works out between us. Reach us on the contacts below, and also you can visit our website. We have a variety of services which you can just view and then see, so that we understand it's not only software that maybe you might be interested in. Maybe you might need the CCTV package installed, and you might maybe require some biometric attendance. You might maybe require some digital signages for your business. We got you covered, and we will deliver all that perfectly. Cheers, and have a lovely time.